chain performance. I'm Marina Karkanis, and I will be another one of your MCs for this evening. As our transition into the upper school is rapidly approaching, we will take a nostalgic walk down memory lane as we remember some of our highlights, special events, and memories of our years at the middle school. Please welcome Sophia Oteza Negri, who will give us a look back into the 6th grade.
Nearly 3 years ago, I remember the first day of middle school, walking into the unknown territory with my friends, surrounded with new faces. We had all just left the lower school, having been the oldest kids around for a whole year. And as we left, we thought we were so mature, until we met the 7th and 8th graders. We hadn't been the youngest kids in 6 years, so starting as the youngest kids was quite a change. Throughout 6th grade, there were many memorable experiences. Some people would probably want those embarrassing moments left in the past, but today we will relive some of them. We started off the year with a trip to Heidiland, which was great for getting to know the people in our grade. But during this trip, there was a room where about 12 girls got put into and had to share beds. What a great way to get to know your peers better. The middle school was new to us back then, and even though we now know the middle school like the back of our hands, it wasn't always like this. The first week, the hallways of the middle school seemed like part of a big labyrinth, challenging us to see whether we could figure out its ways before being late to class, especially Mrs. Key's class, which we all feared. Mrs. Key's wasn't that bad though. Strict, sure. But the one thing that we all looked forward to was listening to her magical stories as she took us on our journey back into history. Not only was Miss Keyes a great storyteller, but she had a sharp eye for short shorts. As the seasons changed, not only did the clothes change, but so did the sports seasons. One of the biggest challenges we experienced in the middle school was learning how to manage our time. And with that, we had to decide what sports and after-school activities we wanted to do. I remember talking with my friends and wanting to do over 4 activities in one season, thinking I would be able to do every single one. But soon I realized that wasn't going to happen. One of the most exciting activities offered to us during the whole year was a musical, something that we had never been offered in the lower school. This was a time when many people found their new passion, but for others, it was a time when they realized they had no career as a musical performer. As fun as the musical was, it also pushed everyone to the limit, as practices ran on forever. But despite all of the low energy, Mr. Shea was always there to put a smile on our faces. 6th grade came with a lot of enjoyable events, but it also came with a turkey trot. Most people had ever run a couple laps and were now facing a 3.3K run. Although the turkey trot wouldn't be nearly as dreadful if it wasn't for the big hill towards the beginning, known as Heartbreak Hill. It was a little past halfway through the year, and everything had been going pretty smoothly, until we hear what had happened in Japan. There had been a huge earthquake and tsunami. But instead of just giving our prayers, our school decided to do something. Mr. Ballinger's wife is from Japan, and she came in to help teach all of the students how to make paper origami cranes, because for each one that was made, both money and hope was given to the Japanese people. Sitting in class making origami cranes was something really special, because we were giving without asking for anything in return. As the year was coming to an end, and as summertime approached, so did the London trip. For many people, it was the first time being in another country without their parents. But despite this, it was clear that the teachers weren't going to have the easiest time getting a group of hyper 11 and 12-year-olds to sleep. When my half of the group got on the plane, I felt bad for all of the passengers who were going to have to spend a full hour sitting in a plane with excited, loud kids. I'm sure when they got off the plane, they had a whole new opinion on 11 and 12-year-olds that did not contain the word cute in it. I am sure we all came out of the London trip a little more responsible and mature than when we went in. The last day of school was coming up fast, and this meant the lip sync. The year that the songs had to be chosen from were the 80s, and because we were the youngest in the school, the possibilities of winning weren't huge, as a group of 6th graders had never won before. Yet, a lot of us still signed up. Signing up meant a lot of rehearsals and hard work had to be put in to make a good choreography. But it was always worth it in the end because of the fun that comes with it. The lip sync was a great closure to the year as there were flying wigs, bubbles, girls in pajamas, crazy hairstyles, ghost hunters, and teachers dancing in hilarious costumes, as well as the first ever 6th grade group to win, Tutti Frutti. In the group were Ryan, Maddie, Joya, Meryl, Alexandra, and myself. We all left the middle school with smiles on our faces, looking forward to a great summer, feeling old and mature as we become 7th graders. Thank you.